I came to Mumbai from Jamshedpur in 1995 and started studying in St. Xavier's College. That's when I got my first modelling break as well. And that's the time I got really conscious of my weight. I'll tell you all about that in the kitchen. Well, I used to try really hard, but my mom, like most moms, used to love feeding me. So I would come back from college all inspired to look fit and healthy and stay sexy because I was getting all these modeling assignments. But my mom would come in front of me and give me a paratha. Or she would give me my favorite halwa. And I'm like, Mom, give me a break. Well, today I really wish I knew all these healthy and fun and easy recipes that is so healthy, high in protein, and so easy to make that you will really be surprised. Its beautiful flavor really wakes you up and yet gives a feeling of satisfaction. I'm going to be doing tofu parcels. So these are Kaffir lime leaves, provide a beautiful citrusy flavor, and that's what we are looking for. We are going to take the tough rib which is in the middle out. We don't need to eat these leaves. They are just there to provide flavor. Then I have galangal, which is fresh ginger, Thai ginger, and we slice this also. We are using this just for the flavor. Nobody's really going to bite into it. Then I have my lemongrass. So I'm going to just chop this also. That's enough. Now we are simply going to make a really fun and easy marinade. So we put the lemongrass, the ginger, and the Kaffir lime leaves in a bowl. Now I have some chopped red chillies and I'm going to add that here. Now we're going to add the most important ingredient, sweet chili sauce. I really feel this does it for this recipe. You know, it gives that lovely sweet and tangy taste and that beautiful flavor, you know, that khatta meetha flavor. That really does it for me. So make sure you have it. Okay? The other ingredients, you can just skip one or replace it with something else, but not this. Then I'm going to add some light soya sauce to this. Just a dash, not too much because we don't want a very dark color. Now some salt and some pepper. And mix this up nicely. Alright, now we move this away and we start working on the vegetables. Take some nice mushrooms, clean them, wash them properly. Hey, I must give you a nice quick tip on washing mushrooms. What you can do is just add some maida on your mushroom and then rub it with either your hands or a cloth and wash it off. You'll be left with nice white mushrooms. Okay, we're done with the mushrooms. Now we're going to cut the bok choy. And while I'm cutting this, let me tell you how I got selected for my first modeling assignment. It was a really funny story because, you know, my family was very conservative. They didn't really want me to do a lot of modeling and stuff like that. In any case, they were paranoid after we'd come to Bombay. They thought, ye ladki haath se nikal jayegi, bigad jayegi and stuff like that. So they were a bit careful and I don't blame them for it. But what happened was, one day I got a call from Suguna Swami. She used to head O&M at that time. I hope she watches this because I really wanted to see that this story is now being told on a public platform. So she calls me and says, you know, beta, I want to take you for this ad and I want you to play the role of the main girl's friend. So I said, you know, I was this little sweet and innocent girl who followed instructions and rules and regulations. My exams were going on. So I said, Auntie, I'm really sorry. I've got my exams coming. And she called me, I remember that time, to Altamont Road. And I used to stay in Andheri. So I said, sorry, I can't come. She's like, listen, come to the airport. I'm taking my flight back from Chennai. You come there and I'll meet you there. And guess what I had the cheek to do? I actually told her, Auntie, I don't have the money for rickshaw and I cannot ask my family because then they'll know I'm coming to meet you. She said, just hop into the rickshaw, get to the airport and I'll take care of the rest. I went, I met her. When she saw me, she liked me so much. She said, you know what? You're my next Pons girl. And I'm like, huh? Yes, that I got for my first assignment for Pons Dream Pen Ice Cream. I love that story and the way destiny works. Well, that was the time I actually started getting aware and watchful of the way I looked. Those were the days, but really, really fun, really exciting. And while I have told you the story, as you can see, I have mixed this in this beautiful Thai marinade. And now it's time to work with the tofu. Now for this recipe, you need to use extra firm or at least firm tofu because you need to cut them into pieces and put them in the parcel. So it should be easy to handle. If you take very soft silken tofu, it's going to break and you don't want that, right? So now for the final preparation of the parcel. What I have here with me is parchment paper. Place this parchment paper along with our silver foil. Put 4 pieces of tofu very gently on this. If you want to add more, you can add more, okay? Now I'm going to sprinkle some salt and some pepper on this. Now tofu on its own is quite, bland. So it's important that you season it well because otherwise it's not going to taste so nice. And now on that, we are going to add our bok choy, the mushrooms as well. And just add a little bit of the sauce on top. Just going to shove this parcel like this, flip it over, take a baking tray and put this on it. Now I'm going to put this in the oven which I've already preheated. Alright, set to 8 minutes and I'll be back when it's done. Now don't worry if your parchment paper gets a bit of a color, that's because of the oven. You don't have to panic because the stuff inside is the real stuff that you're going to eat, right? And that should be perfect. Okay, so this is a bit hot. Ooh, the smell, the aroma is just beautiful. How stunning it looks. Everything is nicely cooked. I can get the beautiful aroma of Thai herbs and it's made a very boring thing like tofu also very exciting. Amazing. For more such exciting recipes, keep watching Being Amrita. Next episode, I'm going to show you what I made when my in-laws came to see me for the first time. Yes, I had an arranged marriage. Don't be surprised, I'll tell you all about it later. But right now, I'm too busy eating this. Hurry up, make this recipe at home.